y dos, y dos, una, y dos, una, y dos.
Hello and welcome to Cortez NYC Livestream, the podcast.
This show broadcasts out of New York City
We are your hosts, Cortez NYC,
and Carla de Puerto Rico.
and on this show we talk about art, creativity, city life from a Latino perspective. I'm a visual artist.
And I'm a singer.
And this is episode 71, The Art of the Travel.
As always, you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, and Spotify, and on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr.
And don't forget my online store, corteznyc.bigcartel.com. I have all kinds of art merchandise, graffiti pins, stickers, posters, and original art for you guys to shop and support your favorite artist, me.
That's right.
Let's get on with it. All right, so
Yes.
we got rid of some dead weight.
More like some lightweight because he was high.
Pobrecito, pobrecito.
All right, so we're back. This is a part 2, and we got D-Hop for this part 2.
Biggity back.
Biggity back in full effect. And in this episode, we are going to talk about the art of the traveling. And this is brought on because you just came back from a trip.
Yeah, man. Longest trip in a long time.
We want to hear
nice.
all about it. All of us want to hear about it. All our listeners want to hear about it. So why don't you go right into it? Where'd you go?
Well, first I went to my homeland of Trinidad.
Ah.
You know what I mean? Went on there for Carnaval. I'm going to break into my Trini accent real quick.
go.
Here we go.
we go.
Back
You brought
to the
back. Yeah,
essence.
exactly.
Had to go back, visit my family and thing. It was nice, but I really went for Carnaval. And I used to jump up and get on bad and whine. And
Oh my
after
God.
Carnival, you gotta decompress and you gotta lay low. So we went to Barbados after that.
Nice.
So it was just like a little island trip.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
How long was the trip?
This was the longest I've ever been away from work.
Yeah?
It was like 10 days.
Wow.
More than 10.
That's
Probably
great.
like 11, yeah. So like 7 days in Trinidad and the rest in Barbados. It was very long.
Nice.
Usually I get like a little antsy and weird after like 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I should be working. And I did. I
Who's
did.
paying for all this?
Yeah. I
You,
did
you
do-
ever
I-
you ever get that? You ever get that feeling? Who's
yeah.
paying for this?
I am. But I did work while I was there a little bit. I checked emails and did what I had to do, but I really didn't want to come back this time, man. It's one of those trips where you're like, everything was smooth and everything was good vibes, and you just wanted to be like, yo, I could do this forever. I could live here. Barbados. Barbados
Yeah.
is like, Barbados is everything.
You ever really think about, could I live here? And then think about, nah, nobody needs what I do here.
No. That is really a plan of mine to move to Barbados. Like,
Yeah?
I love Barbados that much.
But once you retire, or are you trying to move down there to...
I mean, whenever.
yeah.
If I hit that lotto, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Whenever. Wait, you can't be out, because when you hit the lotto, you said you're going to split it with all of us.
Then back up, bro. I didn't
You
say
said,
split it.
You said you were going to
You
split the
said
lot.
we
I
can
say
all
I give you like a
move
mill,
Yeah.
and you can move where you want to move.
No, you...
I'm
okay.
not
I got
splitting
you
it.
more than twice saying that
Not
you would split it with
splitting.
all of us.
Splitting is different. I'm gonna share. So let's go with that. Nah, but like a trip like that, when you come back from it, it's kind of like, yo, what am I doing? What am I doing here?
What am I doing with my life?
And then you come back to like this cold. And
Yeah, that's the worst when
gloomy
you
and-
travel in the winter.
Yeah, you know, you used to waking up and just putting on like some shorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Walking outside. Now I
Yeah.
gotta like jeans and shirt and a hoodie and a jacket and socks and boots. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot.
I mean, one of the biggest things for me, a couple episodes ago, we talked about our trip to Cartagena, and
like
one
dope.
of the biggest things for me was the air quality.
Yeah.
It just felt like you could feel, you're like a fish in a new swimming pool. Like you just feel the fucking difference in the environment. Like it's the air. The air, you feel it. You just
That's a
feel
real
it.
thing. And I don't even know if it's like real, but like in New York, I feel like I'm old. You know what I mean? I feel like aches and pains. And when I was there was nothing wrong. Everything was perfect. felt like your joints are a little more looser. You know what I mean? Like they oiled up or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is how we meant to live, man.
I mean, part of it is the excitement, the adrenaline. I'm sure that fuels you up because suddenly you changed everything. So now your body's just reacting to the change. But I definitely think it's the air, it's the plant life, it's all
also
these
not
things.
A set schedule. You know what I mean? Like
That
it's not
too.
like I gotta be here, I gotta rush, I gotta do this. You know what I mean? It's like take it as it goes.
You don't
take
have
it
to
as it
walk 10 minutes to a train to then
comes. None of
Sit
that.
in the train
Sit
for
in the
another
train
40
for-
minutes. Yeah.
20 minutes, take the other train,
Yeah.
15 minutes, and get to your work,
Exactly.
you know? Yeah.
Well, the first half of my trip, it wasn't as relaxing as you would think because it's Carnival, right? And that's a big party. Every day there's a new party. Every day there's a party. You're drinking every day. I mean, you're drinking to the point of getting drunk every day.
What were you drinking?
I mean, listen, you go to these parties, it's all inclusive. And I asked the guy, like I have video, I'm gonna show you later. I asked the guy for like a little bit, I asked him for Hennessy. He poured the whole cup full of Hennessy. Like, I'm not used to that in New York. Being a New Yorker, they have those little pouring things on the top and they count it. 1, 2, there you go. This guy filled my cup up. And this happened multiple times. I'm like, you're trying to kill me? You're trying to kill me.
Fill my cup.
So, but there's a lot of rum in the islands. You drink rum.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what were they throwing around? Rum?
Well, in Trinidad, they have more like, they're more like cosmopolitan city. So they have everything. They have Hennessy, all that. So I mostly drank Hennessy there. But in Barbados, the name of this rum is, all right, whatever. You're 12-year-old, you're going to have a problem with it. But it's Mount Gay rum, all right?
That sounds gay.
Yeah,
That sounds
well,
Mount Gay.
yeah,
Dave Chappelle just got in trouble for saying that sounded gay.
I know. I'm just saying. That's the name of that's the name of the guy that invented the rum. Whatever. It's the oldest rum in the world, and it's amazing. It's delicious, smooth as hell. So we toured like the distillery and all that, and that was amazing because they gave you just 6, 7 drinks.
Wow.
We were drunk by the time it
Dope.
ended. You know what I mean? Like that type of life. That type of life I
That's
could
good.
live. But
yeah.
you were like in Colombia. Did you guys drink a lot or?
She
Yeah.
drank a lot.
Aguardiente.
What?
Aguardiente
that
and,
is
and even beers and
firewater.
wine.
Yeah,
We were mixing it up.
Yeah, it was a lot of mixing.
Were you drunk every day?
I was
Like on the cusp?
No,
like
I-
tispy.
You know what?
Tipsy.
Honestly, I was maybe one night I got a little extra, but not drunk. Not drunk. Not at all.
It wasn't that bad.
Because you couldn't afford it. You I think your instincts tell you don't go too far because I'm in a foreign place and I don't know where I am. I got to get
Right,
back. So you can't go too crazy.
Yeah, no, I didn't go like blackout drunk. I went like tipsy drunk.
I think
Yeah.
I think one of the nights that we went out, I did
when we stayed late, like until 3 in the morning.
and I remember I was peaking. I was like, all right,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
peaked. That's it. I can't no more. People were trying to give me more shots, and I was like, okay, I think that's it. I think we're good. And then I remember just feeling like time to go.
Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, let's go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to do like a touristy thing, like go visit somewhere that's like a monument or
Oh yeah, we
something
did.
special
We
or?
went to the
museum.
To the museum, yeah. We went to a
We went to
museum.
the
Dope,
museum and to the old city.
Yeah.
That's definitely we
Walk around
walked
the old city.
around during the day and at night.
Yeah, I feel like you have to do that to break up your trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you check any of that out?
Yeah. I mean, well, the distillery. That's all I needed
Distillery?
to see. And then we went into Bridgetown, and that's like their little city. But the vibes over there is so different. Everybody's so friendly. Like you're trying to cross the street, and cars just stop
All right,
and
so-
let you cross the street.
So my first question is, how did you come up with this trip idea? Was it
Yeah.
just like, yo, I gotta go out and have a good time, or was it like,
No. This is my girl. She loves soca and carnival and all that shit. So we were planning. I mean, I'm from there, so I go every year. I try to. So I've never been for carnival. I figured this is my 40th.
Right.
I'm gonna go. So we went there. But Barbados came out of
So old.
Barbados came out of the practicality in me, because usually when you go to Trinidad, you go to Tobago, which is the small island right off of it. That's for like resorts and beaches and stuff.
Right.
But the way it was working out, that would have been more expensive. So I got one-way tickets from New York to Trinidad, from Trinidad to Barbados, then Barbados back home. And it was
nice.
cheaper than going from Trinidad back to
Nice.
New York.
Nice.
So it worked out like that. And also, Barbados is more of a like that. Their main source of income is tourism. That's all it is. So they have stuff set up for you, as opposed to Tobago, which is more like, it's not as built up as that. There's no like chain hotel on Tobago. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing. And after Carnival, that's what everybody does, right? They leave. Carnival finishes it's Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is Ash Wednesday. You're supposed to go to church or whatever.
To repent
Give
all
for
the
your
shit
sins,
you did.
exactly. And then you go, to Tobago, and that's where you relax. So already it was too packed. So it worked out that way, and it worked out that way because I've been to Barbados before and I loved it. So I knew I wanted to go back there.
So when you went to the Carnival, it was in one central place?
Carnival it's all over the
Like different
country,
locations?
but the main thing is in where I, just happens to be where I'm from, Port of Spain.
Okay.
That's where the main thing is. That's where everybody's going to be. That's where the main judging is. Basically, they're judging a band based on their costumes. So it's a real thing. Like you're judging them. You're playing, you're having fun, you're dancing, whatever. But you're getting judged, and that band that spent all this money to create these costumes and this theme and this look, they can win it at the end and win some money. You know what I mean? For the
Nice.
next year.
Okay.
So the
That sounds
main
cool.
judging is in Port of Spain, and that's where you need to be if you're gonna go to Carnival. All the fetes, all the parties, Port of Spain.
And so what advice, or what not advice, but how do you describe it for the person who's never been? What do you expect to see? Like, what can you expect to see?
Wow. I mean, just expect to see everything. You're gonna see people just freeing up themselves and feeling great. You're gonna see people half naked, mostly naked. I mean, if you go with your girl or your man or whatever.
So I'm assuming not for the kids?
No, there's a kiddies carnival. There is.
Yeah.
Oh.
They get to dress up too. It's very cute, and they get to dress up. I mean, they're not skimpy shit.
All right,
They're
they
in,
are
like,
costumes.
costumes. No, it's very cute for the kids. But if you go, like, this is a tip, right? If you're gonna go with your girl, you gotta have a solid relationship, right? Because there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
And people in our culture, they like to whine on each other and shit. And like, if you get jealous and shit, it might be a problem. If you go by yourself, it's all good.
All right, but if you go as a couple,
If you guys a couple,
it better be a free
Then-
couple.
yeah, you
Exactly.
better. But I mean, you gotta set some limits. You have to have a talk before.
Yeah.
Our trip was all love. We had a great time. You know what I mean? Like,
You were telling me
nothing affected us.
you met some people, some friendly people.
Oh God, yeah. There's people. I mean, this attracts people from all over the world. And I mean, everybody ain't built like you, and they might want to try other things. And I'm not for that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not with that.
What? So you were telling me somebody came up to you and started asking you.
Yeah. So no. This is like this. Wow. I wonder if she listens to this. Do you listen to this podcast? Whatever your name is. Anyway,
Crazy
so there's
lady
this-
from.
There's this
from the
older
Carnival.
lady from London, but she was from like Trinidad. And somehow she sat down next to us in the lunch area. There's a break, right? When you're jumping and dancing on the road, they take a lunch break. And you sit in this park, and everything is catered, and it's delicious food. And you chill. They have tents, you can relax, and you know what I mean, cool down. It's called the cool down. So this lady came, and she was an older lady. She was saying that she was chopping it up with us, talking about how her family knows Bob Marley and shit. Fucking
I'm
the
sure everybody
Beatles.
says that.
Nah, she had pictures though. She had receipts, yo. She pulled out pictures of Bob, like chilling with
Wow.
Bob Marley and shit.
I know Marsha Griffin.
So yeah, I mean, so that aged her right there, right? So whatever. And then she was like, for a second, she was like, "Yo, let's go get a drink or let's go dance to the music, or whatever." So me and
Already my eyebrow goes. "Mer?
me and my girl were like, "All right, whatever, we'll entertain this."
Why are you inviting me to go?"
So we go over there with her, and as we're like walking to the place, she goes,
Yeah.
she stops, she's like, with a British accent, she's like, "So, just how naughty are you?"
Oh, wow.
And we're like, wait, hold up. What are you trying to do right now?
Carla would have froze up. She would have been like,
I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, yo, that's old bird trying to get it popping over there? Like, what?
Well,
She's like,
I
how?
don't know.
I was like, come again? She's like, how naughty are you?
What?
And then Damien, so
I
what
was
was your
like-
reaction? You were like, it's.
What did you say?
I was
Damien was like, I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Nah, not
Hold
with
on,
that.
I got it written down. What I should respond. Hold on. Let me get
Not
my
with her.
phone.
Not with her. No, it wouldn't be that. So then she's like, so I'm like, yo, I don't know. Me and my girl looking at each other like, what the fuck is she talking about right now? So she's like, I saw you guys had weed, but do you have anything else? I was like, oh, no. She's like, I have cocaine.
Oh my god.
I was like, that's cool.
You got a crackhead on your
I
ass.
was like, you keep that for yourself. We're good. She's like, you want some? I was like, no. We're okay. Thank
This
you.
ain't even a subway train. Why are you harassing me?
Yo.
I have a crackhead. I went to
That was
Carnaval and found a
wild.
crackhead.
But she was a sweetheart. She was cool. But then, I guess it's a different culture where you do cocaine and shit. I'm not into that.
Right.
Yeah, I imagine that's if she's casually asking you and telling you,
It's because
it's
that's
gonna
the norm.
end. It's gonna end somewhere really crazy.
Yeah. That too. That too.
If let's go have a drink ended up into and I have cocaine, then that train stops at opium, some heroin den.
Let's go shoot up in this crack spot I went over. No, but after that, like we took a few pictures with her and then we just kind of like disappeared and lost her.
All right. So now I'm gonna get a little. Let's get a little personal here. For a second, did you really think and say?
I thought she
Maybe?
tried to have a threesome.
And
Get it poppin'.
but you're in your brain. Not that you said it, but in your brain, did you go?
Nah. I had to be.
Maybe?
I needed to be a little drunker than that. I mean, a lot drunker.
So she was a couple. She was.
I needed to be like alcohol poisoning drunk.
So she was. So she was just a little too early. She came a little too early.
Yeah.
Ah, you see?
That's what she said.
Damn.
Nah, but other than that, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people doing cocaine, but that's not my.
I mean, the videos that I saw in the clips that I saw that you posted on your Instagram of you out there, I got the vibe, and I know that I'm
double
wrong.
design.
D-double design on Instagram. I got the vibe, and I know I'm wrong, but I got the vibe of like an electric. Was it Electric Daisy?
Like the Daisy Carnival.
Yeah, I got that vibe of like an electronic music,
EDM.
EDM kind of crowd. I know it's not that. I know I'm 100% wrong, but the vibe that I got visually is that this free-spirited,
You're not-
let's drink,
you're not
let's
wrong.
party, let's
It's
and then
similar.
I'm gonna assume because of that little story, let's do drugs. So I'm sure there's a ton of drugs floating around.
Nah. It's
beyond
similar,
weed.
but better music than that fucking crap. It's bullshit. Get
Because
out of here.
I'm sure everybody the cliche stereotype is probably like, you go to Carnival, rum, weed, but it attracts everybody. So they're gonna
course,
have
yeah.
other heads that are like, it's a great big party, let's go do this, and what they want to do is something totally different.
Yeah, nah, that's not my speed. My speed is a lot slower.
All right, so you went with your girl. How was she about it? Did she have a good time?
Oh, she loved
She
it. Yo.
enjoyed it?
When we came back, she's like, yo, why'd you bring me back to this dump?
Aw.
She wanted to live in Barbados. I mean,
Yeah.
Carnival is good, but it's still a lot. You know what I mean?
Did she come back speaking the accent?
Nah. She did it every now and then.
Then you'd be like, what are you doing?
She did it every now and then, yo.
Stop
No,
that.
she did. She was like, hey, we go party. I was like, what is that? What are you talking about?
We're not doing that. We're not-
Sometimes she nails it though. I mean, you hang around somebody enough
Yeah.
and you hear
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
like you
I'm
can get
playing,
it.
I'm
She
playing.
got. No, I'm saying.
But I know that I would do it. I know that if I'm down there and I'm hearing it all over the place, I'd be like, let me just try a few words.
Why not?
It's natural. It happens, yo.
Yeah, it happens.
Especially with a few drinks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I used to go to London a lot, like every now and then I'd slip into some dumb shit. Like, hey, mate. Like, oh,
No,
my bad.
Damien, no.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
So what about the music?
Music is, God, music is soca. Okay, listen, I love soca, but I like other music too.
You got tired of it?
Yo, no, I'm telling you, like
You want
every
soca the
party,
whole weekend?
every whole fucking
Whole week?
month. No, they start like in January,
Oh, wow.
leading up to that. So every fucking thing, the radio is soca, every
Everything.
party is soca, and there's a lot of songs, but there's not that many. So you hear the same shit over and over
Same
and over.
rhythm, too.
And the
But
rhythms.
the main song, fuck all that other shit. I know there's that shit won, right? Also, this is what happens, right? Soca artists put out their song, and there's a competition for that too.
Oh.
Whoever plays the most while you're dancing on the road, us in the band, whichever truck plays you the most, it counts like for spins on the radio.
Nice.
So the people that won Road March is what it's called was Marshall Montano with Family. That's a good song, but the best song and the song that I'll always remember is Savannah Grass. Cut a little spot in here and put that in. It's beautiful. Savannah Grass by Cass. Great song. It's a great feeling.
Okay.
And that's what I will remember from this carnival.
Is that the one where you picked up your girl and ran around the
No, that's a different one. That's pick up something.
Can you explain that one to me, please? Because
that song
clip...
basically tells you to pick up something, anything, and run with it.
Okay.
Right? And you could also play that right here in the section. I'm going to pause. Play it.
And play.
Yeah, there you go. When you pick up something and you run with it. So right before we got there, all over the news, they were like saying that this song is causing people to steal shit. Because like they will pick up people's laptops, like the DJ's laptop, and run with it and keep running. And keep running. Because it says pick up something, anything. Run with it. Run with it. And they would just steal it and leave. So they were like, people are stealing other people's girlfriends. Like, Carnival was about having fun and being free. It started from the slaves getting their like free time to throw a little party, and they would imitate the slave owners, so they would dress up and dress like them.
I can see that.
That's how it started. So it's kind of like going back to that. Some people think it's like about being a hoe or some shit, or being like slutty. Nah, it's just about.
All right. Well, there's an element to it that is public nudity and that kind of element. And for us here, let's say in a big city like New York, a city where even though we're very loose, we also have a lot of conservatism as far as like if you do go out and show yourself a certain way, present yourself a certain way, you're going to be judged, whatever. But Carnival is the time to let your hair down and let your clothes off, take your clothes off. So do you think that it is a sexual environment? Do you think that there's that element to it? Because I haven't heard it from you yet.
No, of course there's that element, but basically you're in hot sun all day. Women are gonna be in bikinis and bathe. It's like they're at the beach.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The dancing might be a little suggestive.
Because all right, so I mean, is the music suggestive?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a couple songs that like say to whine on something, but a whine doesn't mean anything.
So could a person say it's an erotic environment, or is it not really erotic?
No, it all depends on who's looking at it. You know what I mean?
Is it cultural?
Yeah.
It's a cultural thing.
Is it
it's
cultural?
Like, yeah, it's a cultural.
Or is it party?
It's a cultural thing. No,
It's a cultural thing.
It's basically it's as closely as I can relate to it. Is like it's basically our Halloween, right?
Okay. So
'Cause-
a New Orleans feel?
Yeah, it's New Orleans. I mean, New Orleans borrowed from our carnival, so yeah, it's like that, But nobody's like flashing people and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's a different scene. That's an American thing.
New Orleans gives me that spring break,
Yeah, no, it's not like that.
YOLO, go wild vibe.
It's not like
right?
that. It's just a lot of dancing in your bikinis and bathing suits. Like my costume was a fucking board short and a hat, and my girl's costume was like her whole bikini, and then she had like a bunch of feathers and all this shit. It's expensive and it's fun.
The girls dressing up in the costumes and all that. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think it's sexy and all that. Carla, you've seen all those photos of the girls dressing up like that. Do you think is there? This is a stupid question, and I know this is not really for this crowd. But is there like a chauvinistic element there of like the women are half naked, the men?
I mean, I think that's everything in life, though.
But is it an old-fashioned thing? Is it something that maybe other people?
Well, at this point,
what do you think, Carla?
At this point, it's not gonna be old-fashioned. It's gonna be more like with the whole Me Too movement. It's like empowerment in a way, because I think girls, ladies, and women, they want to dress like that. It's not even at this point. It's not even so much about showing for the men. But from the posts that I've seen, it's more about the empowerment of I can dress however I want, and it doesn't mean that I have to be a hoe. You know what I mean?
That's exactly
So-
right. But also, it's not old-fashioned in way of thinking, because our carnival before this is only a new thing. But they used to be covered head to toe.
Really?
Yeah, like crazy, like sailors and it wasn't like this. This has progressively gotten to be you're naked on the road. But
Gotcha.
before that, it was like they're wearing extravagant outfits, covered like full bell bottoms and full, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like
wow.
you're dressed up as like demons and all that nonsense. Now it's turned into kind of like how Halloween morphed.
Yeah.
Right? Halloween was like scary shit, and now you got chicks dressed up as
Sexy
nurses,
cats,
hot
yeah.
nurses,
Sexy.
sexy cats and shit.
Sexy everything.
Right?
Pero si lo estás haciendo todo igual, no tiene ningún color el paso que hace. Separa menos tiempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2.
Now, the moment we've been waiting for. Culture Talk Part 2.
Part 2. We're gonna continue the conversation about public transportation etiquette. And yeah.
So this
Let's go.
is basically a list. If you guys haven't heard Part 1, go back, listen to the previous episode, Part 1. We spoke about etiquette on the public transportation, whether it's the bus, the train, the Ubers.
Yeah.
maybe D might have a couple of Uber do's and don'ts.
What?
In-
Don't talk to me.
mixed in here. But so Carla, you have a nice long list. Go ahead, hit us.
Okay,
Where
so
were
let's continue with when you are going inside, when you are on the train station and you're going maybe downstairs or up to the streets, don't stand on the left side of escalators because this is an express line.
Oh yeah.
People don't
So
know that.
whenever you're in the train station, please just remember that the left line for everything is gonna be the express line. So everybody's
That's in
gonna
life
be
in general.
running.
The highway.
Yeah.
You know what messes that up though?
What?
Like when you're going downstairs and there's like, say you're in Times Square or 34th Street. Those motherfuckers drive on the other side of the road in Europe and shit.
That's,
So
yeah.
they don't know and they.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, no, that's the
man.
real thing.
It's
a
true.
real
It's
thing.
true. It's
Now,
Like
all
when
right.
you're going up and they're coming down, they go to the right side instead of going to the left.
All right, but yes, agreed. But this is a very specific point. The point is, you're going up the escalator, or you're going down the escalator. But the people want to stand on the left
got that,
side
yeah.
and stand still.
Yeah.
And then when you walk up to them, and everybody's behind you, and everybody's trying to march through.
Yeah.
And then you go and you say, "Excuse me." They look at you like you're fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
Hey, yeah,
Like you're an
Like,
animal.
what's wrong with you?
And I have had the crazy, and I'm sorry if this sounds to
Uh-oh.
anybody out there offensive or racist or whatever,
Don't say it.
but I have had the crazy old white lady
Disclaimer.
hang on to the handrail, tell me, "No, I am holding on to this handrail. It is dangerous. It is illegal for you to pass me." But I turned around and I had a whole line of people giving me a fucking stank face.
Exactly.
And I'm like, "Look, crazy lady in front of me." And we all just stood there.
Yeah.
And then people are like, "Hey," you know, they're making
yeah.
noise and all that.
Here's
and,
my
and I
thing
was
with
like, "But who is this
escalators.
lady and why is she like this?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"All right, whatever. I'm not gonna argue with a crazy woman." Like,
Were you going up or down?
that one I was going up.
All right, listen.
All
Going
she
up.
and all she had to do was move to the
No, no,
right.
no, wait.
All she had to do
No.
was move to the right.
I'm gonna back this up. Going up, you should go up the stairs then, bro. Escalators move for a reason, right? Going down, you can walk down. But if somebody stands there, right? If this is like a one-person escalator, right? You can't blame that person for standing there and enjoying the ride on the escalator.
One person?
It's for a reason.
But
I'm
the
just saying,
ride-
like in
No.
in
This is
34th Street.
this is specifically a two.
You're talking about a two people thing, but
Yeah.
thing,
two
and the
people.
person wants to hang on to the handrail for dear life and just buckle down and be like, "I'm not moving."
And they have space on the right side where they're supposed to be
got that.
standing.
But I'm just saying, in general, if the escalator's going up, enjoy the ride. Yeah. Otherwise, there's stairs. There's escalators that don't move that are called stairs that you could take if you want to fucking sprint and shit.
I guess I'm gonna scream on you.
No,
All right,
I
let's-
walk up because I feel bad. I don't want to hold anybody up, so I walk up. But if
I-
there's nobody behind me,
But
I'm gonna
all you
chill
got-
and watch
all
my
you gotta
phone.
do is get out of the way. All you have to do is get out of the way. If I don't feel, sometimes I don't feel like walking the escalator because I just feel tired or lazy. I just step aside and let them pass me. I don't understand why people have to be like, nope, I'm just gonna stand here because it's an escalator. I'm just gonna stand still.
They're dickheads.
Exactly. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, we have a long
Shall
list.
we?
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. The next one is...
That one just was really. That was a really.
I know.
That is
Sorry.
irking
If
them.
you are in the train car and you're standing by the door or at the door, you have a responsibility to always look over your shoulder when the door is open or closed.
Yes.
Meaning, if you are right there in front of the door, you have to make sure that you look if someone is gonna get off
Or get on.
if someone
Yeah.
is gonna get on.
Yeah.
You need to
Step
move.
to
You
the side.
cannot
Yes,
be
that's-
on the fucking in the middle of the fucking door when it opens.
And then look at you like you're crazy
Exactly.
because you
And
want to
be
get
like-
on a train
and
or
I'm
get
like,
off.
Can you cannot move. So you cannot move. So you cannot just move to the side or move to the left or do something or walk. Also, you cannot walk fast. Also, you want to walk in front of me, but you don't want to walk fast. Oh my
No,
God.
that's motherfuckers. Also,
But yeah.
the fuckers that like if I'm standing at the door, right?
Yeah.
And another person is on the other side of the door,
Yeah.
and the train is fairly empty. I don't need you to stand in the middle of us.
I know.
Against the door where it opens. Like, get the fuck away. Go somewhere else, bro.
I know.
And then
Yeah.
when the door is open,
Yeah.
yo, don't rush to come in this bitch.
I know.
Let the people off first. They say it all the time on the thing. That probably was another point.
That's another one. That's a big
Yeah.
one. Let the people off first.
Christ.
Oh my God. It's so frustrating.
I've had that. That goes for. Okay, we're gonna add this one to elevators as well. This one falls under elevators and trains. Because in elevators it happens. Elevators
here to get
here,
in. Oh my
Here
God.
in this
Oh, in
apartment
this
and
building?
at work.
Oh my
And at
God.
work. It happens to me at work also.
I think I know why, but I'm not gonna comment. on
Exactly.
why.
But the elevator opens and you want to come in. I haven't gotten out yet.
Exactly.
You see, I'm on the arriving.
Arrivals. Yo, when you get off the plane, you have to deplane before other people could come on the plane.
Have you ever rode on a plane?
Yeah, there you go.
Anything in life, you can't put food in the microwave until you take the food
The
out
food
of the
out of
microwave.
the microwave.
Better yet, two people can't occupy the same space at the same time.
It goes against Einstein's
laws of physics,
Oh my
yo.
God.
Come on now.
Come on, this is basic physics. No, but that's so crazy, and that hasn't gotten me so. That one doesn't irk me as much as some of the other ones, but it has puzzled me.
Yeah.
It doesn't drive me crazy. It just puzzles. It just
Like,
confuses
why?
me. It confuses me. I'm
Why?
like, where are you going? I'm standing here. Where are you walking through me? Where are you
Yo,
going?
you know what this whole thing is taking me into? We're just talking about the train. Imagine driving? That's a whole other podcast.
That's a different-
No,
that's a whole
that's
different-
a whole other
All right, Carla, what's next? What's next?
Next one, get in and out of the train quickly.
Yes. Yes.
So when
nothing.
you're getting in the train,
No-
walk very fast.
nothing
You're
irks
getting out
me.
of the train, get out very fast.
you the train doors open. You take one step onto the platform and start looking around. When you got a whole crowd behind you waiting for you to move so we can all get to where we're going, you could figure yourself out. Take 3 steps off. Like go deep, go in, get out of the train, go into the station, and then figure yourself out. Don't figure yourself out on that first step. And at the same thing, the other way around. Train doors open, you go in, you're gonna stand there and look up and down, left and right, and decide where you want to go. No, motherfucker. When the train pulled in, eyeball where you're gonna go.
Calculate that. They got windows so you can see it.
So you can see where the spots are.
Exactly.
So when the doors open, you know
Exactly.
exactly where to go. You don't take one step in and start deciding and making. Let me see. What chair should I take right now?
Yo, and on leaving, pay attention to your fucking stop, yo. Listen,
Yeah.
this happened to everybody, right? We fell asleep,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But yo, come on now.
Nah.
Not those people that just be running out at the last second
I
and
know.
shit. Trying to catch the door, holding the doors and shit. It's like
Oh.
closing, boom, boom. And they caught in the door and shit because you're an idiot.
And that's why you get dragged by a train and you end up in the papers.
And at least on the trains, they cannot ask the conductor because on the bus. Today I was taking the bus, and there was this lady. She went to the conductor and she was like, "Oh, where is this station? Did we pass this station or blah blah?" And then the conductor was trying to tell her like, "Yeah, we passed this station." And then she was continuing to ask questions. I was like, "Oh my God."
You're not supposed to talk to them. They're driving.
Exactly. And the conductor told her, "Okay, just get out on this station, and you have to wait, and you have to go to the other side. You have to go back." And I was like, oh my God. And
That's why I hate the bus. I don't like the bus. I would
Yeah.
avoid the bus like a plague. Like whenever I'm moving somewhere, I always look for like a one fare zone.
Yeah.
Where I can walk to the train. Like I can't do a bus.
Well, the other element of the bus and the train is when the train doors open or the bus doors open, go deep. Go deep. I don't care if it's halfway full or even if it's empty. Go deep. Don't go, oh, the door's open. I'm going to walk in and stand in front of the door.
yeah.
No, go deep. Go
I mean, I
into
do
the
that,
train.
though,
Don't do that.
sometimes.
Don't do that. I might
that.
have to scream at you.
But I turn
No,
to the
It
side.
depends
and I
how
block
many
myself.
people you have behind
The
you.
door, the train could be empty. Go in, go deep, and have a seat inside the train. Because the next stop, more people are gonna get on. So why are you at the front? Why don't you go in? And then same thing in the bus. Go deep. Go in the back of the bus. Go to the middle of the bus. Don't just hover in the front. I don't understand that. I don't get it.
True.
All right, next one, Khaled.
All right, next.
We're halfway through.
Don't ask people for what train is this and where is it going? Because we are not MTA workers, and for that you have Google Maps, apps, the MTA app, the Subway, New York City Transit app, and the MTA workers.
And the subway map literally printed and on every train.
And now you
And-
have an interactive map where you can put your address, and it tells you right there
If you can see Carla right
when-
now, she's waving her fingers at you.
when the train is coming and what train you're
Like,
supposed to be
she's
taking.
almost like gonna clap. What? You don't know this?
I know, and
It's-
not only that, not only asking me directions, but sometimes asking me for things. I was waiting for the train by my job, and there was this lady there, and I'm standing, and she's walking like towards me, like very close to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? She asked me in Spanish, do I have like a Kleenex or something, or like a tissue? And I'm like, no, I don't. Okay, so I walk a little bit like further away from her. She like keeps walking my way, and I'm like, what the fuck, man?
She's like, I know you got that Kleenex.
All right.
I'm gonna follow you until you show me.
Yeah, but
Okay,
going
if you-
back
if
to
you-
the,
if I'm-
please
if-
don't ask me
Okay,
directions.
so it is 2019, and if 2019 I'm on a train, and you come to me and you ask me, is this train going on uptown or downtown? And you're on the train, you're a maniac. I look at you like you're fucking
Nah,
crazy.
I mean,
I look
listen,
no.
If you're
I
coming
look-
from another country, you got a language
no,
barrier.
No, this
Yo,
is not
our
language
tra-
barrier
listen,
bullshit. This
listen,
is
no,
not
no,
lang- this is not
no.
language barrier. This is people speaking English. Come to me and say, is this
Yeah.
going uptown or downtown? And I'm like looking at them like they're fucking maniacs.
Well,
I'm like, you're an animal.
I mean,
You're
that's
an
that could be a mistake that people
No,
make. I'm
no.
not that mad.
Figure
at
out your own mistakes.
No, because they
we
could
all make
be-
mistakes. We all make mistakes.
You could be
I don't.
confused about where it is. Hey, listen,
You're on drugs then.
as-
You're
as-
on drugs if you're so
listen,
confused.
I've been to. I use a train
You
in
got
London.
You got on a train.
No. But listen, I use a train in London, and it's easy, right? It's specific. They color it. This is going here. That's that. There's no mistakes. New York is a little complicated. A little complicated. When they're like, "Yo, is this uptown? Is it down?" It happens all the time to people. I'm not that mad at that.
I'm furious at it because number one, it shows me that you are a maniac that just jumps on a train and doesn't even think where it's going. That you don't ask before you get on. You could ask on a platform. Don't ask when you're on the train. Once you're on the train, too late. You're on with me. You know what? Downtown or uptown, you're coming with me. How about
You're
that?
going where I'm going.
I've had people tell me on the train, I've had people ask me if this train goes to blah, blah, blah. And every single time, even if I know where it's going, I go, and I pause and I wait and I do the test of patience. How long are they going to wait for me to answer?
Yeah, you know what happens to me all the time?
and then I go, I'm not sure. And I leave it like
Pause.
that. I'm like, I'm not sure.
I have no clue.
No, I'm
What happens to me all the time is
I'm as lost as you are. How about that? You're lost, now we're both
we're
lost.
both going to hell. Yo, on the train, always somebody in Spanish asks me something in Spanish, and then I go, I don't speak Spanish. And they look at me like, you fucking liar. You're Dominican. Every time it happens, they look at me like, you fucking asshole. You just don't want to talk to me. Which is true.
It is
I
true.
don't.
Carla, next one.
Next one. Don't try to Don't try to squeeze in a spot if you don't fit and you know it.
That's a
When
fucking
trying
problem.
to sit down.
Word.
Oh,
Yo, you gotta know your
my
size
God.
range.
Yeah.
And the problem with me is because I'm so small.
Oh,
I take such
anybody
little
trying to sit next
space.
to you.
You're like,
Everybody, and then I have to stand up.
you're a 0.5.
That happened to
yeah.
me like 3 times already. I have to stand up because I'm like, you know what? You want to take all this space? Okay, take it. Like,
Yo,
I'm not,
I
no,
never take
whatever.
a middle seat. I always, if a middle seat's open, I would never sit there. I don't like that. I don't like sitting next to people. I want to be at the end of something.
in the
That's
corner.
tough. That's tough in New York
Yeah.
subway.
Right?
That's tough.
And then when you're like a big person, you're trying to sit down, which goes back to my earlier point. I would give up my seat to a young lady or an older lady
Oh, the-
or older man.
Yeah.
We're creeping
But-
out my biggest pet peeve so far.
If you are a pregnant person, sometimes I can't tell, and I don't want to offend you, because I mean, we live in a city of fast food. Who knows if you're pregnant or just
Right.
out of shape? I'm gonna say that. So I don't want to offend you and tell you, hey, take my seat there, pregnant lady. When's the baby due? Meanwhile, you're just fat.
All right, so
I don't want to disrespect you, so I'm just gonna stay here, seated.
number one, on the squeezing in to a space that you don't fit, I've already accepted that if we're riding on the subway together, we're all family. If you squeeze in, I'm gonna sleep on your arm. That's it. It's a
You
wrap.
do this?
It's a wrap.
Oh,
like,
God,
yeah,
that
I don't.
guy.
I'm not gonna put my head on it. I'm gonna rest my arms on your arms. Now we're all cozy, and that's it. I'm sorry. Now we're just too cozy. Now we're just gonna
Yeah,
get to know each
sleeping
other.
off. I hate that people.
We're gonna be
people that
cozy.
doze off and go all the way down on your
And
shoulder.
there's a game you have to play when you first squeeze in like that. Like, it's either your arms go on top of mine or mine go on top of yours. We're gonna choose, and then we're gonna live it. We're gonna ride it, that's it. You got no option. Like, it's either my arms are under yours or yours are on top of mine, and we're good.
This is how we live
Yeah.
now.
This is how we live. This is us now. This
Yeah.
is us.
We are a family.
And
All
then,
right.
and then we'll go to your point. Now is your point about the.
Yeah. Okay. So
Giving up the seats.
giving up the seats. Okay. There's a real serious issue there on
What?
who
I have so much anxiety about this.
who you should give up your seat for. Okay, I know that there's signs. The signs say give up your seat for the elderly, give up your seat for the handicapped. It's never the elderly and the handicapped that end up asking for a seat. I for the most part, the elderly are sitting. I've had the issue where it's the women with the kids, to the point that when I'm in a train, if I see a woman, or let's say it could be a guy, but for the most part, I'm gonna say women with kids, a kid that can walk. And not a kid in a stroller, a kid that can walk. That's what I mean by that. But if that's the one that I look out for, and I avoid. If I see a bunch of kids with adults, I go to another fucking car. I don't go near them because they're gonna come right next to me and they're gonna just be in front of me, waiting for me to be like, take the chair. Now this is the problem. The problem is the woman comes up with the kid. They're in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I feel bad. I feel guilty. I'm like, this fucking train is packed. Nobody's giving the seat. I'm gonna stand up so your kid can sit down. What does she do? She sits down.
What? Fuck you, lady.
And this is not once. This is over and over again, and that's why I'm reluctant to give up my chair for the kid, because what the woman does is that she sits down and pulls the kid next to him, so the kid is squirming and like leaning up against the mom and like in between her legs. So now the mom's taking like more space, and she's like, but she's sitting her ass down.
Yeah.
I could have. If that was the case, I would have stayed sitting down, and I would have said, "Lady, you can stand.
Yeah,
if you're
you-
gonna leave your kid standing."
When somebody comes in like that, or like an older lady, do you have that conversation with your head? You start looking around and you're like, who's gonna give up this seat first? I see another guy, he's
Yep.
younger than me.
Yep.
Like, who's gonna give? I have so much like, yo, who's doing it first? And then I'm like, yo, you don't know my life. My back hurts,
don't know where I
motherfucker. Like, what
work.
the fuck? I'm standing all day.
That's
You don't
it.
know what I'm doing. Why I gotta give up my seat for you?
That's the same thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I could
I'm
have
like,
I could have
you don't know-
problems. I could have
you
an
don't know where I
injury, a
work.
bad knee. Yeah, you know what I
I'm
mean?
standing all day.
And you judging me? You looking at me? I feel
Because
like
I
they
live
judge
young?
me.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Like, wow, this guy doesn't even get up for me. No, because, yo, you don't know what I'm going through right now. I could be sick right now. What the fuck?
I
I'm trying to
have
watch a movie. Yo, relax.
I have seen the woman with the kid, and then the kid is squirming and kicking and doing this and doing that. I give up the seat thinking, oh man, I've been there. I understand what it's like to have a restless kid. And she takes the fucking chair, and the kid is standing there holding onto the pole, fucking sliding on the pole, doing shit on the pole. And I'm like, but I gave you the seat so that you could let the kid sit, so the kid could sit still.
She don't give a fuck.
Nope.
She don't care about that.
Nope, not at all.
But
Yo,
yo, stop judging me if I don't get up, yo. I feel like you're judging me. All right.
I've gotten
You don't know
up,
my life.
I've gotten up for people, and I don't mind doing it because I sit all day, so I don't mind getting up. If I'm too tired, I'll just fucking knock out.
I pretend I'm sleeping sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I pretend
To
I'm
be
sleeping
real.
all the time.
To be real. I just pretend I'm sleeping. Whatever.
Like, let me just go to sleep.
Yeah, I know. I'll do the sleep thing, but I seriously, if I see that's the people that I avoid the most is those people, the people with the kids. When I see them in the morning, I'm like, this is gonna be trouble. I just go to another fucking car. I'm like, and then obviously the homeless people. Like when you see the homeless people, my new thing now is, if I see a homeless person, even if it's crowded, I will go to another. I try to avoid being in the same car with them.
Yeah.
I've been very like, my brain's been on some shit about like, are they sick maybe? I mean, saying like sick, like maybe they have like, you know, an illness or something.
TB or some shit. Who knows?
I don't know, and I'm breathing
Fucking
it.
Ebola. Who knows?
And I know it's like, I'm not judging everybody like, oh, because they're homeless, does that mean? No, but some of the people are really wrapped up and they're in bad shape and they smell bad and all this stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know what they're. Shit, I've had the flu.
Exactly. I feel bad coughing on the train.
I've had the flu. I don't know how many other people in there have the flu, but that person who's not taking care of themselves, who's not all right, maybe, you know, they're not in the best of health. I don't know what they have, and that makes me nervous. So I've avoided those. Like when I see that, I don't even go to the other side of the car now. I go like to the whole other.
That's fair enough.
But all right. Anyway, we still ride the train, right?
Yeah.
You
I
have
mean,
to.
it's our.
If you live here, you have to.
It's our transportation.
Don't
We don't have money every time to take an Uber.
Don't spit on the floor. Is that another one?
Please.
No idea that.
You wanted me to teach you, right? This is street reality.
Hablando español, Carla.
Yes.
Are we gonna speak Spanish?
Yes, we are going to speak Spanish.
El tren. Nailed it.
El tren.
That was from last time.
Air train. No, okay.
Entra.
So the first one is
Yes.
Carnival.
Carnaval. I knew that.
That was easy. That was too fucking easy.
Carnaval.
I mean, I know that in every
wait.
language.
Wait. What was it?
Carnaval.
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 No carnival.
No.
Okay.
Carnival es the
Carnival.
cruise.
Oh,
But
Carnival.
Carnaval.
Carnaval. That's right. It is
Carnaval.
We lost one.
That's that Carnival.
One day. No. Carnaval.
All right.
Okay, next one, costumes.
Costumes.
That's a tough
Ooh, that's a good one.
Costumas?
No, this one sounds nothing like it.
Oh, wow. Maybe it's something to base off of clothing or
But I
ropa.
think when you hear it,
Wardrobe.
when I hear it, you're gonna recognize it in
disguise.
another language.
All right. So
It's from another language.
Disguiso. What? Carla doesn't even know. She has to Google it.
Costumes.
Costumes, not customs.
Ah,
First of all, let's get it right. It's not customs, it's
I
costumes.
feel like Carla's cheating. She's Googling it.
Yeah, she's cheating. All right, so I'm gonna say the one that I know.
what do you know?
Disfraces.
Oh, you do know it.
That's like different.
It went out of my mind. I don't know why. But yeah, it is disfraces.
You were having a Puerto Rican moment, Carla?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so costume, disfraces.
It is disfraces.
Is that from something from different? Like a little bit? Or what? Where's that come from?
Disfraz.
Disfraz is
To me, that sounds very French. Disfraz.
it might be,
I don't know why that sounds like
Yeah.
very French.
but disfrazarse.
But there's another one. Isn't there like anti something?
No. Costume is just disfraz or
Costume.
costumes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dale.
No, that's it. Disfraz or traje, it says. Okay, how do you say couple?
Couple. Couple.
No.
I don't know. Dos personas. Por
but
favor.
that's the definition. But how do you say couple? You don't know?
Couple?
Yeah.
I think we said this one. Pareja?
Pareja. Yes.
Pareja. Pareja meaning pair.
Sounds like a
Fair.
delicious food.
Pareja. Can I have a pareja for
Let me
two,
have
please?
Dos parejas, please.
Yeah. How do you say then solid?
Solid?
Solid.
Like the state of matter, solid
Yes,
state.
yes.
Solid.
Solida. Solid. Ora sólido. Ora sólido.
Oro, oro,
Nailed it.
oro sólido. Yeah.
Solid gold up in this bitch. What?
What?
All your Spanish you know from
Yeah.
merengues and
Oh,
bachatas.
my.
Yeah, that's right.
Back in the days of
Oro
mi gente
sólido.
and shit when I was on there.
Oro
Big
sólido.
time, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so next one is how
Oro
do you
who?
say
Hasta las 15.
hasta las 15. Hasta las 15.
Did you understand what hasta las 15 meant?
After your 16th birthday?
No.
I'm assuming?
No, R. Kelly. God damn.
Yo, R. Kelly's getting mad shout outs on this podcast.
No, hasta las 15 meant until the 15, meaning not 12 o'clock, not 13 o'clock, not 14 o'clock, not until 15 o'clock.
That makes no sense. There's no such time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh,
So how do you say jealous in Spanish?
Oh, shit, that's a good one. Sounds nothing like it.
I'm assuming it's something with envious. Envioso? Enviosa?
Oh,
It
wait,
goes
but
through
there-
that
but there-
line, but
There is
no.
that word, though,
What word?
like envy.
Yeah, but we're saying jealousy. Jealous.
Yeah, that's different. It is different.
Hellacy.
That's a delicious drink.
Hennessy. And here we have
Can I have
a
a
new
Hennessy?
drink,
Yeah,
Hennessy.
you don't pronounce the
Have a-
J.
Hennessy in
I
the-
just thought
in
it
the
was
rocks.
Hellacy. You know what I'm saying?
Hennessy on the rocks,
Let's take
please.
2 Hellacys on the rocks and go to my
Yeah.
drink and drug karaoke.
Don't give me no more Hellessy,
What?
man. I'm a mess after some Hellessy, you know?
We try to fight after Hellacy.
No, jealous.
Boom, boom, ching.
Picture the commercial already. All right, so no,
Jealous means
Jealous- wait.
celoso.
celoso.
Celoso
Or celosa.
Or celosa.
Or celos. Jealousy is celos.
But jealous.
Jealousy.
Jealousy is celos. And
Celos.
then jealous is celoso or celosa.
Which makes me think of the word zealous. Which I
No,
don't
which
know.
makes me think they just took the J off and put an S. Zealous.
What is zealous?
A zealot? It's like over, like happy and
Fiery, passionate. Yeah, no, it's different. All right, so
All right.
so then you have jealousy, and then you were saying envious. Envious is envidioso.
Yeah,
but that's
envidioso
two different
or
things, right?
envidiosa.
Yeah.
Envy is different than jealousy, but yeah.
Totally.
All right, Carla.
All right. One more.
Yeah.
Next one is seat. How do you say seat?
Sentate? Oh, wait, not seat, not sit.
Seat.
We did siéntate already, and I nailed it the first time.
He thought you were speaking in your Spanish accent.
I was waiting for my moment, and I blew it.
See?
Yeah.
Now we don't know if you're speaking in your Spanish accent or if you're speaking correctly.
Okay, I'm trying to speak correctly.
You did.
now.
You spoke correctly. He assumed you were speaking in your
Seat.
Spanish accent.
Seat.
Seat.
I have no clue.
Asiento.
La mesa, la table. I don't know.
Asiento.
I knew that. I knew that.
Which asiento sounds.
Disappointed in myself.
If you want to remember it, asiento sounds like ascend. Like it's
That makes no sense.
like
You should descend to sit, technically.
or be raised up.
All right.
All right.
All right, asiento. Very good, Carla.
All right.
Lo siento.
Lo siento.
I'm sorry.
That's good. That's good. Very good. You're mastering your Spanish
I am a
language.
professional Spanish speaker.
See, guys, these podcasts do actually work. And we have our poster child right here.
I learned on the Cortesnyc Livestream how to speak Spanish in 10 days. You can too.
Oh, Johnny, I hate my homework.
You gotta be frustrated with a book and shit like,
Mom, I don't want to go to this anymore.
does learning Spanish the traditional way not work for you? Try Cortesnyc Livestream.
¿Qué Rosetta Stone ni Rosetta Stone? Cortesnyc Livestream para aprender el español.
All right, catch you guys next time.
Peace.